Very good morning, students. Sai Ram. Welcome back to our maths period. Children, you know very well now our which lesson is going on? Yes, chapter number 11, ratio and proportion. Isn't it? Can you say now which practice set we are doing now? Practice set 29. Which method? Can you say? Very good, unitary method. Okay, that sum we are solving based on which method, children? Unitary method. Okay, so practice set 29 is going on, that is 2 questions are remaining. Okay, so this session I will complete this chapter. Are you ready? See here, children, second last question, that is 8th question is, in an orchard there are 128 mango trees in 8 rows. Okay, see here, if all the rows have an equal number of trees, how many trees would there be in 13 rows? See here, children, in an orchard there are 128 mango trees in 8 rows. Orchard means, yes, many fruit trees are there. Okay, so in an orchard there are 128 mango trees in 8 rows. If all the rows have an equal number of trees, how many trees would there be in 13 rows? That we have to find. So for that, first we have to find how many plants are. That means how many trees are there in one row we have to find. So after that we can find how many trees are there in 13 rows. Okay, children, see here, for that first we got to write the statement. So that is, see here 128 and 8 rows, 128 mango trees in 8 rows. So left hand side, which one we have to write? See here, question here, how many trees would there be in 13 rows? So how many trees we have to find? So as I told, which one you have to find, that you have to write in, yes, right hand side. Okay, which one you know, that is what you have to write in left hand side. So here what we have to find, how many trees. So this trees you have to write in right hand side, 128. So this 8 rows you have to write on left hand side. Understood, children? Yes, shall we go to now? Next, now see here, children, this is first statement, that is important thing. If you are writing that first statement correct, then only you can solve this sum easily. Understood now? See here, yes, so number of mango trees in 8 rows, that is 128 mango trees. Okay, as I told here, 8 you have to write on left hand side and 128 that you have to write on right hand side. Okay, so number of mango trees in one row we have to find. For that, what we have to do? Yes, 128 upon 8. That means is divided by 8. So this division also you have to write in your notebook. Okay, children, see here, yes, 8 ones are 8. See here, 12. How many 8s are there? 1 8s are there. Okay, 1 8 is there. Remainder is what? 4. So 48. 48 means here what will come? Yes, 6 8s are 48. So 128 is divided by 8 is equal to 16. So in one row, how many mango trees are there, children? 16 mango trees are there. Okay. So now it's so easy to find how many mango trees are there in 13 rows. Okay. So that 16 we have to multiply with this 13. So if you are multiplying here, yes, 16 and 13. Okay. If you are multiplying, yes, you can get the answer. See here, children, 6 3s are 18, remainder is 1. 6, yes, 3 ones are 3, 48. Okay, and here 0, 6, 1. So what is your answer here, children? I will write here 8, 4 plus 6 what? 10, remainder 1, 2, 208. What is your answer here, children? Yes, in 13 rows, how many mango trees are there? 208. That is your final answer. See here, thus there are 208 mango trees in 13 rows in an orchard. This is your final answer. So children, here unitary method, first you would write the statement, that left hand side value and right hand side value. That you have to write it properly. Okay children, so afterwards, yes, you have to find that cost or whatever it is, that one article you have to find by which method? Division. Okay, for that division or multiplication you have to study the table. Understood children? So you have to divide, afterwards you have to multiply. Okay, shall we go to next one now? Children, say here, this is the last question of, that is practice set 29. Okay, a pond in a field say here children, holds 1,20,000. Okay, 1,20,000 liters of water. It cost 18,000 rupees to make such a pond. How many ponds will be required to store 4,80,000 liters of water, and what would be the expense? So children, here two questions are there, so you have to find how many answer to answer. Okay, I will read the question once again here. See, a pond in a field holds, just you have to just imagine one pond is there. So what is the capacity of that pond? I hope you might have seen this pond in your village. Yes, so inside what is there in the pond? Water is there, isn't it children? So a pond in a field hold how much of liter? 1,20,000 liters of water. It cost 18,000 rupees to make such a pond. Okay, so one pond hold how much of liter of water? Yes, 1,20,000 liters of water. So to make such a pond, how much of rupees? Yes, the cost of that 18,000 rupees to make such a pond. Okay, your question is how many ponds, that is how many ponds will be needed to store 4,80,000 liters of water. Okay, for to hold this much amount of water, how many ponds we needed, that we have to find. And another question is what? And that is what would be the expense. Okay, see here children. Yes, so number of ponds required to store 1,20,000 liters of water is equal to what? 1. Okay, one pond is needed to store how much of liter of water? 1,20,000 liters of water. So I hope you understood this statement. Yes, here why I have written here 1 here in right hand side? Yes, the number of ponds we have to find. Okay, so that number 1 pond it is needed for to store 1,20,000 liters of water. So that's why I have written 1 on right hand side. Okay children, so therefore number of ponds required to store 1 liter of water we have to find. So through this statement, that is this much liters of water is for 1 pond. So for 1 liter of water, that is this value is divided by this value. Okay, that only I have written here, that is 1 upon 1,20,000. Okay children, understood this one? This one understood? See here children, after this one you have to write like this, 1 upon 1,20,000. Okay, see here this statement is what? Number of ponds required to store 1 liter of water. So now we have to find how many ponds we need for to store 4,80,000 liter of water, isn't it? So for 1 liter this much is needed, so this much liter we have to find. For that what we have to do? Yes, this one into 4 lakh into 4,80,000. Understood now? See here that next slide I have. See here children. Yes. So number of ponds required to store 4,80,000 liters of water. For that what we have to do? Yes, for 1 liter, as I told, 1 upon 1,20,000. Isn't it? So for 1 liter this much is needed, and for 4,80,000 liters of water means we have to multiply with 4,80,000. Understood children? So this 40 we can cut. Understood? So here 12 and here 48 is there. So 12 and 48, can anyone say what is the common factor? Yes, common factor, what you are telling? 2. Okay, I am taking here common factor is what? 2. 2, how many 2s are 12? 6 2s are 12. Again here 48. How many 2s are there? 4. How many 2s are there, children? 2 2s are there. And here 8. How many 2s are there? 4. Okay. So here 24 is there and here 6 is there. So what is the common factor? Very good. 6. Okay. 6 1s are 6. 6 4s are 24. So what is your answer here, children? 4. Okay. So how many ponds? See here. 4 ponds are needed to store 4,80,000 liters of water. Understood, children? Yes. Here, so this is one answer. Next one is what? What is the expensive for this? So for 1 pond, how much of expensive? It was 18,000. So for 4 pond, how much it will be needed? For that, we have to multiply 18,000 into 4. Okay, that means 1 chocolate cost is 2 rupees. What is the cost of 5 chocolate? Yes, here we have to multiply. Like that, 1 pound, cost of 1 pound is what? 18,000. So, how much expensive will be there to make 4 pound? We have to find. For that, 18,000 into 4. Isn't it, children? Yes, see here, next slide I have, see. Yes, so here this is the answer. Thus, 4 ponds required to store 4,80,000 liters of water. Okay, and the next question is what? Cost of making 1 pond, that is 18,000 rupees. So, cost of making for 4 pond is equal to 18,000 into 4. Okay, 18 into 4, 72. So, this 230 we have to add here. So 72,000. What is the cost here, children? 72,000 rupees. So cost of making 4 pounds is equal to 72,000 rupees. I hope you understood this question. Yes. So children, say here, this is your final answer. Thus, the expense to make 4 pounds to store 4,80,000 liters of water is 72,000 rupees. Okay, so how many pounds are needed to store this much of water? 4 pounds. The expensive is what? 72,000 rupees. Understood, children? So now which method I had taught here? Unitary method. For that one, first we have to write the statement. So which value we have to write in right hand side, which one we have to write in left hand side, that you have to read. Okay, children? So that how it will come to know? When you will read the question, it will come to know. Okay, which thing you know, that you have to write on left hand. That means, say here, that you have to write in left hand side. Which one you have to find, that you have to write on right hand side. Okay, afterwards you have to divide. Okay, children? So that division, afterwards what you have to do? Multiplication. Okay, so children, you have to prepare some questions by yourself and you have to do practice. Okay, in your home. So next one is what? So I hope you understood this unitary method. Yes, children. One more thing. So this lesson, what we studied? We studied about what is meant by ratio, isn't it? And next one is how we have to find the ratio of the given numbers. If you want to find the ratio, the two numbers unit, it must be same. Then only you can find the ratio. Isn't it, children? That also I had thought. And the next one is this last method, that is unitary method. Yes, so I have completed this lesson. Children, one more thing. Can you say what is the name of this lesson? Ratio and proportion. But here proportion I didn't teach. You didn't ask anything to me. Yes. So children, what is meant by proportion? This proportion only introduction today I will give. Okay. In next year we will solve the sum based on that proportion. Okay, children, only introduction. That means what is meant by proportion I will tell you now. So in your 7th standard we have to solve the sum based on the proportion. Okay. See here, children. Proportion means, so children, see here proportion, that is it is the definition of proportion. A proportion is simply a statement that two ratios are equal. Okay, ratio means what? Comparing the two numbers. But here proportion means a statement that two ratios are equal. Okay, it can be written in two ways, that is two equal fractions. See here children, A upon B is equal to C upon D, or A is to B is equal to C is to D. That is the equivalent fraction. See here children, that example I will give here. That means proportion means what? Two ratios are that equivalent fraction. Okay. So children, when you will solve this sum, no, easily it will come to know. So for that you have to wait. Yes, you have to that proportion you will study in your 7th standard. Okay children. So just you have to mind that proportion means that is two that equivalent fraction. Comparing that two equivalent fraction, that example is say here 2 upon 3. 2 upon 3 is equal to 4 upon 6. Okay children, can we say like this? Yes, see here this is 2 upon 3. This is the prime number, isn't it? So we can't simplify. But here see here 4 upon 6. Can we simplify here? Yes. If you are simplifying here, say here 4 upon 6. What is the common factor? 2 is the common factor. So 2 2s are 4, 3 2s are 6. So here what is there? 2 upon 3. Isn't it? So we can say this is 2 upon 3 is equal to 4 upon 6. That means, say here children, two ratios are equal. Okay, that in two ways you can write, that is A upon B is equal to C upon D. That means 2 upon 3 is equal to 4 upon 6, or 2 is to 3 is equal to 4 is to 3. Understood children? Yes, 2 upon 3 is equal to 4 upon 6, or 2 is to 3 is equal to 4 is to 3. Okay, so children, proportion, that is no sum and not in our textbook. Okay, only ratio is there. So you have to prepare that, how we have to find the ratio, and the next one is what? Unitary method, you have to do practice. Okay, I hope you understood this lesson. Yes, thank you children. Sai Ram.